And welcome to the Sydney Cricket Ground for the last game of our Wednesday night SRL Derby. We have the South Sydney Rabbitohs hosting the North Queensland Cowboys here, and what a wonderful round of SRL action it has been. I'm AMAC in the box, and joining me tonight is Liam Ryan. How are things, Liam?
Yeah, thanks, AMAC. It's been absolutely awesome this round, and yeah, happy with my team getting a win. And yeah, it's going to be an absolutely awesome clash tonight. Obviously, the Cowboys coming off a win, and Rabbitohs they came off a huge win against their esteemed rivals in the Roosters. So yeah, they're both absolutely raring to get things going tonight.
Yep, and both teams coming off a win, as you said. No changes at all tonight. So we should be seeing a high octane clash between both of these sides, and we are ready to go. Aaron O'Hare kicking off, Cowboys first right of reply. Now, looking through these team lists, we've got a brand new look side for both of these teams. Sunny Tyres, Rabbitohs. How do you think they performed so far this season, Liam?
Yeah, the Rabbitohs have been really good. They've obviously had a change in leadership, and I've been really impressed with Sonny Tyer's management of the team. And yeah, so they're sitting quite high up on that ladder, and yeah, I've been thoroughly impressed by them.
And starting off, they've setting up some good defense so far. Fourth tackle just over the 50-meter line. Going across, Hunter back on the inside to Deuce, and he is met handily. A good defensive set there from the Rabbitohs, and a solid start to the match for Queensland. Now, again, looking across to Queensland, they had a lot of quality teammates leave at the end of season 9. They've been able to jag a win here and there. What do you think North Queensland Cowboys need to do to keep that win streak happening tonight, Liam?
Yeah, I think that they need to rely on this forward pack. They've got Jackson Allison, they got Justin Monkey. Brett Love's been playing really well. I think that they've got a really strong forward pack, and I think that's where they've got maybe a slight advantage over the Rabbitohs. Just lean on that, and they'll reap the rewards, I think.
Exactly. My thoughts exactly. As the Rabbitohs, they managed to get up just shy of the 20-meter mark for their first hit up. The fifth tackle, 4 minutes in or so. Walmsley, lovely boot high up into the air, but diffused well by Deuce, and he gets around the first line of defense, but cannot get around NBT. From the looks of things, it's going to be one hell of an arm wrestle. And if Monkey is going to be bumping off like that, as you said, those forwards are going to be wreaking havoc straight through the middle tonight, Liam.
Yeah, they certainly are, Mac, and yeah, that guys like Lucas Deuce are going to be able to pounce off the back of it. And he didn't make a line break there, but he will in the future. These forwards keep raring.
Now, it's been a good start so far from the Cowboys. The weight of history, however, is against them. The last two games they've versed the Rabbitohs, they have lost both in round 8, in season 8 and season 9, respectively. So they will be hoping for a bit of payback here tonight. As Collins gets around the first line of defence and works his way up to the 30. Good defensive chase there from the Cowboys. Oh, long back in the pocket there to O'Hare. Doesn't do the silly, cheeky throw to the side. Buries it there on the 30. Mobiston recently returned to the SRL halfway through last season and has been absolutely phenomenal since he has been back, both at the Tigers and here at the Rabbitohs. Fourth tackle over the 50-meter line. Crutcher, good ball to Mobiston, hitting it up again. Heading over the 40. Fifth tackle, where do they go? Here we go, we're back. Crutcher threads the needle down to Phillips, and the Rabbitohs are able to bring him down on the 30. So, looking at the arm wrestle we've got tonight so far, Liam, which side does that sort of match suit? If we're going to have an arm wrestle for the rest of the night, which side is more likely to come out on top by the end of it?
Yeah, I think that going back to what I said earlier, I think the forward pack is what's going to be the key here if it's an arm wrestle. And I think that the Cowboys, they've certainly got that very strong forward pack all around. And that's likely what's going to come on top. But the Rabbitohs, they've got some strike backs and they got MBT. You've also got Kevin Dixon in the second row. They've got strike pieces everywhere, so I wouldn't be shocked if the Rabbitohs are able to use them in the arm wrestle.
Especially when it comes to the bench. The Cowboys, I think tonight have probably got the stronger bench compared to the Rabbitohs. So if the Rabbitohs aren't able to capitalize in the next 15 minutes or so, the Cowboys might see themselves coming out on top as Dixon pushes his way up to the 30. Third tackle. 9 minutes in and we still have yet to score. Malchus, lovely ball down the blind side there to Metcalf. Does he stay in? By the grace of Sonny Tyre, somehow he does. Dixon back up the middle. The Rabbitohs, they are finding it very hard to get up the field here, Liam.
Yeah, the Rabbitohs, I think they're struggling a bit with their distance in these yardage sets. Oh, and Kalen J finds a hole here. Oh, it might be gone.
No one is even chasing him. We had a bit of a dive, but that was way too easy there for Caleb J. The Cowboys, first over for the night, and from the feels of things, definitely not going to be the last.
Yeah, that's an absolutely great try from Caleb J. Yeah, he just got a step on, beat the defender on the kick return, and yeah, he was away. There was no fullback really anywhere near him, and yeah, from there it was an easy run to the line.
Now, oh, no, wait. Don't want to jinx Caval. Slots it very, very easily and coming back to receive the kickoff. Casting my eye down this Cowboys list, this is a very young side compared to the Rabbitohs. If I'm looking at some of the Rabbitohs blokes, they're all 28, 29-year-old veterans. Most of these boys you've either played with, Liam, or you've played against for a long, long time in the SRL.
Yeah, it's certainly a very, very different uh, building of these teams, and yeah, I think that the Rabbitohs, older players can certainly have the impact nowadays, but yeah, it'll be the future where they might start to struggle. But tonight we're only focused on the now, so.
As speaking of Monkey, one of our young captains works his way up to the 50, third tackle. Hunter, Pretlove. Pretlove works his way, but he is forced back something fierce there by some strong defense from the Rabbitohs. Fourth tackle. Harris tries his hardest to get through, but he is muscled back to the 40. A solid return here from the Cowboys. And the Rabbitohs, some good defense if they can return this with a good kick. Collins gets around one, but he just can't get around Deuce. Lucas Deuce, he's having a good night tonight at fullback so far, Liam.
Yeah, Lucas Dursey's certainly been able to penetrate the line, I think, a couple of times and make a couple of line breaks. And yeah, he's been pretty solid in defense as well. Been one of the reasons the Cowboys have started so well, I think.
As Collins gets up to the 20, third tackle. Best field position the Rabbitohs have had all night so far. Mobiston with a lovely little offload there for O'Hare, but not too many more meters gained off that. Mobiston, again, give it to me, hitting it up. Love to see a prop barging straight for the line. Fifth tackle, back in the pocket. Crutcher. Oh, for the life of me, I don't know why that wasn't called fifth again. And we have the Cowboys working back up out of trouble. Now, a solid attempt, fifth tackle there. What do the Rabbitohs need to do to try to improve that a bit more, Liam?
Yeah, look, I think Ash Crutcher, he's obviously a seasoned veteran in this league, and I think that he just wants to maybe take it back a step with his grubbers and try and find that extra bit of quality in him to really be able to pinpoint that line and find his fullback there.
We were talking about the young guns out there. It's definitely been a season so far of the young halves, kind of showing how the old halves should be kicking the journeyman halves in the league. As I stop, speaking of journeyman, there goes Collins streaking off down the field, getting over the 20. I'll come back to that as later. O'Hare off to Tyre. Tyre, lovely ball there to Malchus, who pushes forward up to the 10. Right in front of the sticks there, second tackle. Continuing that way, Crutcher. Jones dukes through, gets over. That was way too easy there for the Rabbitohs.
Yeah, that was an absolutely quality try from the Rabbitohs. Jose Riri Jones, he just splits the line, steps two there. I think it was it Jazz Bazinga out there? Yeah, but it was just brilliant work from the Rabbitohs centre to split the line and get their first points.
And looking at Jones, this is only his second season in the SRL. I had the pleasure of playing with him at the Broncos last season, and due to some unfortunatenesses that happened over there, he was forced to take up a wing spot very, very early in his career. So the fact he's over here starting as a centre for the Rabbitohs shows how much promise that young man has in Sonny Tyre's eyes, Liam.
Yeah, Sonny Ty is obviously a great captain, and we know his promise as a leader. And I think that he's just got the trust in the vision Sonny's building in this club, and it speaks volumes about the culture.
Now, we got 2 minutes until the props come on, and that's exactly what the Rabbitohs needed before that 20-minute mark. Here we go. Crutcher hands it back to Malchus, and Malchus is pushing up over the 20. Malchus hasn't had the impact he had last season, so I'm hoping he's going to have a bit more of a breakout night tonight as Mobberston bumps off one, breaks another, and he's off down the field. I love a prop in open space with no fullback to stop them. As Dixon tries the same, can almost get through 15 meters out. Third tackle coming wide. NBT just takes up a settler. Fourth tackle, 12 meters out. A long time to get up off the ground there. Tyre, good ball out to Murray, but Murray is forced back, and an excellent set here from the Rabbitohs, pending, of course, a fifth tackle kick. So Tyre does the complete opposite of what I suggested there, and it looks like the first of many commentators' curses tonight, Liam.
Yeah, so as you mentioned earlier, the kicking from the Rabbitohs in the last hasn't been the greatest. They might want to try and improve that. As I said, just taking the kick back a couple meters, and yeah, they'll be able to get that extra bit of oomph into the kick, as they say.
And unfortunately for the Rabbitohs, a silly little kick up the other end. We've now got the Cowboys. Third tackle, 15 metres off their own try line here. So 20 minutes in, we've got our first prop interchanges coming off the bench. And the Cowboys will be the first to benefit from that. Fourth tackle, 10 metres out. Coming wide. Harris, lovely ball to Devon, but Devon is pushing down 5 metres out. Where are the Cowboys kickers? Here we go. Back. Caval. High and across, massive bomb, but no one is getting over Metcalf, and he stays in the field, gets up to the 20. That was well diffused there from the Rabbitohs.
Yeah, it was a great kick return from Marshall Metcalf out on the wing. He made sure to uh, catch the ball and then get a few meters to make sure he stays out of that in goal. And yeah, Rabbitohs in looking to work it out of their own end.
And the Rabbitohs, there we go. Their two new, I'd almost say rookie bench props are on the field now. Ted McDonald and SRL Williams. Williams has been, for someone who's very early in his career so far, Liam, he's been absolutely phenomenal off the bench.
Yeah, Zara Williams, I've noticed he's been absolutely great for them in his first three games for the Rabbitohs. So yeah, he'll be looking to continue that sensational form tonight.
As the Cowboys, second tackle, just shy of the 40-meter line. The Rabbitohs putting some good defensive pressure on here. Bazinga gets around one and can't get around NBT. NBT pushing him down just shy of the 40. Third tackle. Blindside raid. Riff. Caval stops, tries to juke him, somehow stays in, which is well worth it. Especially if you've got someone like Monkey over there screaming in your face to hold on to the ball. Fifth tackle, push back 25 meters out. Probably not time for an attacking kick here, as they play it very slowly. But if the Cowboys can hold them down here, which they can't. Metcalf gets around one and gets up to the 30. It appears we're back into this grindy arm wrestle of a game again, Liam.
Yeah, they're certainly back into that just meterage battle at the moment. Yeah, but I think that for both sides, they're just going to want to be able to rely on those strike players. Maybe get the fullbacks involved to try and break this one back open.
As you said, that MBT, it makes a half a dash up the field. MBT hasn't really touched the ball as much as he would have usually tonight, as likewise Deuce hasn't really touched the ball either. So, um, as you said, very early on in the match, it's definitely been a battle of the forwards so far. As the Cowboys, Caleb J gets around one, looks like he's about to break off down the field again, over the 40, 30, MBT in chase, 20, 10. He doesn't pass it out. He holds onto the ball, but this is excellent work here from the Cowboys. Coming across, Harris taking a settler. He should have spread it left there. They had people calling anxiously for it. Going down the blind side. Jay gets around one, is held up. He was almost over there for a second. Coming across, hit off the ball, and one hell of a let off there for the Rabbitohs. The Cowboys ruining that one. Hopefully not for the rest of the night, Liam.
Yeah, the Cowboys, they got a bit unlucky there being hit off the ball. Yeah, not called a penalty by the referee, but yeah, if they keep trying to knock on that door, they'll get there eventually. I'm sure of it.
Walmsley, lovely ball out to Dixon. Really well collected, but just shy of the 40. Do we have a 40-20 kept? No, they're not going to try it. They're just going to hold the ball. They somehow get over the 40, but this has been an excellent defensive set here from the Cowboys. As Caleb J, why would you kick it to J again? He has been tearing you guys to shreds, and there he goes. We've got one lone chaser trying to run him down, but there is no way he's stopped, and that is Jay over for his second of the night.
Yeah, that was an absolutely that was a bit poor, I reckon, from the Rabbitohs, but Caleb J reaped the rewards. What's the saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That's the Rabbitohs' mistake of kicking it to him twice straight after being punished, and they just didn't learn.
Yeah, Sonny Tyre and Ash Crutcher, they need to pull each other aside and start kicking it all the way over to Lenny Phillips instead, because Jay is just tearing them apart. We're just about to hit 30 minutes here. The score is 12 points to 4. North Queensland Cowboys in the lead. 10 minutes left. What do the Rabbitohs need to do, aside from crippling Jay, to get themselves back into this game, Liam?
Yeah, I think that they just need to get their outside backs involved a little bit more. I think they need to look for Kevin Dixon out on the left edge as well, on the left back row. I think he could be useful, find a line break or two. And as I mentioned earlier, MBT, I think they've got to find him at fullback, get him to pierce the line, and yeah, I think that they'll be able to make a bit of a difference.
As Kamal just takes a quick settler up to the 30, second tackle of the set. Ooh, very slowly getting up off the ball there. Harris out to Deuce. Deuce is pushed back down the tram tracks. Just on the other side of the 30, the Rabbitohs muscling up in defence here. They need to hold the Cowboys down this end of the field if they've got any chance of getting some good field position here. Sharp playing the ball. Brett Love back on the inside to Deuce, and Deuce tries to shimmy through the defensive line. Cannot do it, and the Rabbitohs seem to have kept them in their half. If Hunter can kick the ball and the Cowboys can... Oh, now that's just an absolutely brain fade there from Metcalf, Liam.
Yeah, you don't see these ones often. To be honest, it's a bit of a falcon off his head, and he just lets it bounce, and it goes over the sideline. Maybe he's just got to improve his awareness where the ball is, because yeah, you just don't want to be making plays like that.
Especially with all that hard work that the Rabbitohs just put into their defence. But here we go again. We've got the Cowboys knocking on the door. Second tackle already within the 10. Going across. Caval back on the inside to Harris. Harris isn't able to squeeze his way through. Forced back by two desperate defendees. Blindside, Sharp. Oh, no, no, he's not doing it. That strength just won't get him there. Hunter pushing forward. Can't get there, but it takes him out of the kick options. Where do we go? We come back to Caval. Caval kicks it straight into the defender. We got a 7 tackle set once more. That was one hell of a cynical move there from the Cowboys. And Hamilton. Oh, onto his back, held up. Ref Will K says, nope, take it back. But this is danger signs here for the Rabbitohs, Liam.
Yeah, the 6 again. This is going to be hard to defend here for them because as we know, back-to-back sets is just challenging for the opposing team to defend.
Oh, Bazinga, he almost squeezed over. Couple more inches, he would have been there. Jay tries to dart out for a third, force back. 4th tackle, the Cowboys, they are being held out. Some quick hands along the line, but Sharp can't get across. 5th tackle, the Rabbitohs. This will be the 2nd set if they can hold them out. Caval dinks one in. Ted McDonald cleans up, but he is forced back. This is absolutely relentless from the Cowboys.
Yeah, this absolutely is, but it's also just great defense from the Bunnies here. They're putting them under a lot of pressure and they're just holding them back. So I'll be very surprised they can hold them another set. But yeah, it's been great so far from the Bunnies.
As Hunter back on the inside to Deuce. Deuce is met well. 2nd tackle, just shy of the 20. We got some good attacking footy here as Riff breaks through the line. Oh, met by NBT, but that might not be enough. Riff could be over, and that could be the Cowboys once more. Okay.
Yeah, that was is he pissed Lonnie?
Oh, I'm calling it. I think the bunker will too. The Cowboys are over again. And there we go. Riff is over, and the Cowboys extend their lead.
Yes, Tallis Riff. That was brilliant work to find the hole there in between the 2 defenders. He was able to stride his way through, make a line break, and find the fullback, outmuscle him to the line, and yeah, get the ball down, give the Cowboys a 14-point lead after the conversion.
Yep. 3 minutes left in the half. I'm almost tempted to say that there's still points in this match if the Cowboys can keep their cool and get down the other end. For some reason, the Rabbitohs, it looks like they're a little bit shocked and senseless out there, Liam.
Yeah, the Rabbitohs, they just haven't been able to switch this on at the moment. They were able to level up after the first Cowboys try, but ever since then, they've just been making errors and yeah, haven't really turned the on switch since then.
Up, hitting it up for the first tackle of the set. Riff, our try scorer, taking up the second. These Cowboy forwards, we keep talking about them, but they have been phenomenal so far tonight. As Jay streaks up the sideline, gets around MBT, they try to force him out, but he's got enough strength to push himself back in. Sharp, running off through. Here we go. The Cowboys, they want another one. 4th tackle, just 25 meters out. Going that way. Caval back on the inside to Harris. He almost gets through, but he is pushed back. And if the Cowboys, if they can put up a good kick here, as we see some starting props come back on the field, I mean, they put up a kick, whether it was a good one or not, is up for the viewers' discretion. The Rabbitohs, they are fighting out of their half once again, and well, it's, it all feels a bit the same. The Rabbitohs, they are just not able to do anything tonight so far, Liam.
Yeah, I think that the dummy half service I'm starting to notice is consistently a bit poor from Arano here. It's a little bit unusual for him though, because he's been known to be a great hooker his whole career. So it's a little bit unusual to have this service from him.
And the Rabbitohs kicking off just over the other side of the 50. They finally send it to Phillips, and he gets around one. He dinks over the other, just on the other side of the 30. And that'll take us to the break. And we're back for the second half of this match between the South Sydney Rabbitohs and the North Queensland Cowboys. It was an absolutely spectacular first half, as long as you are a North Queensland Cowboys fan. Looking at those halftime stats, Liam, is there anything that you want to bring up that's particularly interesting?
Yeah, certainly, AMAC. I was looking at the Cowboys stats in particular, and yeah, Caleb J, what a half. 312 running meters. That might be a record in a half of footy. He had the six line breaks. He had two tries, obviously. But yeah, other than that, the stats didn't really show that much. Other than the possession was quite dominant towards the Cowboys, was 60 to 40, I think. And yeah, the Rabbitohs didn't really have any standout performer to note, apart from Jai Collins, actually. I think he had about 130 run meters.
And there we go with MBT finally breaking through the line. Both fullbacks on both teams having a really quiet night tonight, Liam.
Yeah, as we saw in the stats at halftime, it was really quiet from both fullbacks, and MBT in particular. He'll be looking to maybe just touch the ball a bit more, get back into his groove. And the same with Deuce. You'd be surprised by that because usually the fullback for the winning team gets involved a little bit more.
Yep. And a good first set there from the Rabbitohs. The Cowboys now fighting out of their own half. Deuce to Jay. Jay, we need you to have a lot more runs, buddy. We want that Barnes record broken tonight. As Harris tries to break through the line, gets just shy of the 50. Fourth tackle. Going back Jay's way. Riff. Oh, force back 50 metres out. A good defensive set there from the Rabbitohs. And much like the first half, we're going back into that defensive field position play. But that was an excellent kick from Caval. Collins almost runs it dead. Somehow gets out of his line and is able to make it up to the 20.
Yeah, that was a great kick from the Cowboys there. Kowali putting a sensational kick down to Collins, and yeah, to put him in some great field position to be able to try and defend and um, get the ball back in an opportune position.
As Dixon makes it over the 40, probably puts them in chance for a 40-20 kick. And we see some kickers out the back lining up. Crutcher, lovely boot off the ball. Doesn't have the angle, however, and here comes Deuce. Can't get around both sets of the defenders, and the Cowboys are up 25 metres out. Okay, coming across, McEnroe breaking up through the centre. Lovely offload to Monkey, and Monkey, these forwards are absolutely tearing through the Rabbitohs, Liam.
Yeah, the Cowboys forward pack, we'll mention it once and we'll mention it again because they are just absolutely ripping it up. And Monkey in particular, he is reaping the rewards and keeps making these huge line breaks.
Ooh, a little bit of a bobble there, but McEnroe somehow holds onto it. Riff just takes the settler down the tram tracks, 25 metres out. Ooh, just shy of an attacking kick position. A little punt just over here from Caval. Lovely hang time there from the ball, and Metcalf is buried on the other side of the 10. So if you're wondering who is winning that positional battle there, it is no doubt the Cowboys at the moment. So stay tuned if you're a Cowboys fan. Except for that completely.
Bit of a commentator's curse, eh, Mac? Yeah, just whenever you open your mouth, it seems to switch the other way because Cowboys just gave away a penalty.
As Dixon takes the first hit up 40 metres. Malchus off to Crutcher. Crutcher, we need him to get a couple more try assists. He is sitting on one, so I think we're okay. I think the SRL is okay with the Rabbitohs having a little bit of a comeback here. 45 metres out, third tackle. Going wide. Bounces off Malchus's head. Malchus somehow collects it. This is not the set that the Rabbitohs would have wanted, especially after they were gifted the ball, Liam.
Yeah, the Rabbitohs, they're just not in that deep enough position to really make uh, a huge attacking play on the last here, and yeah, it's costing them because they got it in really nice field position from the Cowboys.
And wonderful kick there from Sonny Tyre. Jones comes down with it. Probably not a bad end to the set. Probably the best end to the set they've had all night, I would say, Liam.
Yeah, that is. It's better than what they've had at least. Yeah, so that's it's an improvement, and that's what you're wanting to see from the Rabbitohs. If they can keep improving it, then they'll be able to set up that try for MBT or another off that kick.
And they would want to be scoring pretty quickly. They're only 14 points behind, but there's 30 minutes left, and time is slowly running out as Phillips dances down the sideline, fourth tackle on the 30. All of the field to play with, and Deuce almost gets through and absolutely is buried there on the 20. Kicking time. Harris says, no, it is not kicking time. It is hit up time. It looks like the Cowboys have inherited that fifth tackle curse there from the Rabbitohs from the first half, Liam.
Yeah, the fifth tackle options, the Cowboys just haven't been great, haven't been clinical in this second half so far, and they'll be looking to go back to just putting those bombs up. Maybe they'll have a meeting between the halves, and just try and get the bomb up, and yeah, put it back, put it back to basics here.
Honeyman working his way 45 metres out. Fourth tackle. The Rabbitohs still yet to penetrate into the next half. They finally do with a lovely run from Jack White, but 45 metres is not where they wanted to be. As Mobiston gets in the way, and here we go again with another missed opportunity here from the Rabbitohs. The Cowboys, they're starting their set 40 metres out. This is danger territory. The amount of times a team will score from this field position, you could almost guarantee it, Liam.
Yeah, the Rabbitohs are going to want to watch out, yes, particularly for these forwards, Monkey and McEnroe. They're going to need to watch out because they might be able to make a line break and score a try here.
Having said that, the Rabbitohs, they are muscling up in defence here. Go! Go, Jay. We need you to get way more than that. Fourth tackle, 30 metres out. Hugging the sideline, going down the tram tracks. Riff takes a lovely little settler to get within attacking kick position, as long as they pass it to the right person, and they do. Caval puts a lovely kick up. There's no real chasers to get the ball, but that kick chase defence has forced themselves into another return set.
Yeah, that was a great kick chase from the Cowboys defenders there to make sure that MBT, I think it was driven back into the in goal, and yeah, they get a repeat set.
And McEnroe wears one for his troubles. Plays the ball first there. Very, very flat passes there. The Cowboys, they're getting a little bit excited here. They just need to calm it down a bit as Hamilton plays it on the 30. Hunter, lovely drawn pass for Monkey as he pushes forward. They get 10 more meters. Third tackle. 25 minutes left in the half. Caval, Davis, Jet Davis, scored on debut last week. Coming off the bench in the second half, wanting to do it yet again. Here we go. Riff pushing on his back. Fifth tackle. 1 meter off the line. Is this happening? Do the Cowboys get across? Oh, Harris. Oh, that is absolute staunch defense there from the Rabbitohs.
Yeah, they needed that, the Rabbitohs. Might have been all she wrote if there was another try there. With only 24 minutes left, they couldn't really afford to concede another there.
O'Hare passing off to Dixon, and Dixon makes a wonderfully well-needed break up the field, gets over the 40 for their second tackle. The Rabbitohs, they are hitting back, and they would want to. They've got 4 minutes until some props change. Malchus up through the middle, offloads back. They lose about 10 meters in that one, but they are not dying trying. O'Hare, Tyre. NBT dances through the line, finally makes another break, gets his team up 15 meters out. Fourth tackle. Here come the Rabbitohs. Murray, Tyre, White. Lovely offload back to Mobiston. The offload game, you can't say they're not trying. They need to do something more though than offload and be pushed back. That's what Crusher needs to do. But Phillips, he was there. The kick chase was on, but the Cowboys, they diffused it, and they diffused it well.
Yeah, the kick from Crutcher there, it was a better kick again, but it was just a little bit too deep from Crutcher. He just allowed the Cowboys to catch the winger, Phillips to catch his in goal, and yeah, just get a seven tackle set. And yeah, that's just the last thing the Bunnies need at the minute.
As the Cowboys are approaching the 50-meter line, second tackle. Lovely ball out the back, and Harris nailed straight to the ground. Blindside raid, inside outside pass. It comes off, and Deuce makes a lovely break down the field for the fourth tackle. 32 meters out. Coming across to Caval, Riff headbutts it into his own hands. Not how they wanted to end that seven tackle set, but the Cowboys, with a good kick chase here, should be some excellent field position once again. They are putting the dagger straight to the throat here of the Rabbitohs, except they don't. They let Metcalf through, and the Rabbitohs, they're about to make it an 8-point game.
Yes, that's an absolutely great kick return from Marshawn Metcalf. He's had a solid game so far, the winger from South Sydney. He's been brilliant with his kick returns, I think, and he reaps the rewards there. He just caught it, stepped past, and yeah, beat Lucas Deuce on the inside and ran to the right under the sticks.
And from the exact same place that Caleb J was doing it all in the first half. So if I was the Rabbitohs, I would, sorry, if I was the Cowboys, I would definitely not be kicking down that end of the field anytime soon, because it must be slanted in just the right way to make sure that that winger scores back to back to back. So we've got 20 minutes left, and suddenly the Cowboys don't look so sure of the win tonight, Liam.
Yeah, they've planted a bit of doubt into the Cowboys here. Suddenly, there's a bit of feeling in this. The Rabbitohs, they're coming, and yeah, the Cowboys. I think they're a little bit worried, but yeah, they just wanted to get back into their groove, put on some great defense here.
And the Cowboys kicking off. Good kickoff. Farfili returning it back. He hasn't had a lot of runs tonight. He's been doing a lot of defensive, but Farfili, a good run there. Honeyman following it up, getting another 10 meters. Second tackle. Everything happening down the center of the field right now. Dixon gets up to the 40. Third tackle. We go down the blind side this time. Farfili taking another one. He's heard me down there, and he wants to make sure that I eat crow. Fourth tackle. Jones to Dixon. Dixon breaks through the line, gets over the 30, is met by Deuce, and a good return after points here for the Rabbitohs. Of course, pending a decent kick. Kick it to Jay. We want to see a record broken. Here we go. Jay takes it, and he has met the Rabbitohs. That is an excellent kick chase there.
Yeah, that was an absolutely pinpoint kick chase from, I believe it was Dylan Murray out at right centre, and he's known for his great defense out there. And yeah, I think that he should be really proud of that one.
As the Cowboys, they're only just on the other side of their 20, and it's already the third tackle. Caval tries his best, but the Rabbitohs, they have breathed new life into their team right now. Harris across to Deuce. Deuce gets through the line, met by NBT, but we are now in Rabbitohs half, and about a minute before the locks, interchange. Hunter, again, does the wrong thing and passes it, kicks it to Metcalf. Thankfully, this time, the Cowboys, they are awake, and the Rabbitohs are forced out of their own. So this should be the last set we see the Rabbitohs lock out on the field. We should have one hell of a bruiser coming back any minute now, Liam.
Yeah, I think that it's Cameron Honeyman. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's about to come off the field. And who's that? Is that maybe Aaron O'Hear to come back onto the field? Correct me if I'm wrong. It might be Kevin Walmsley actually.
Yep, and with those bruises on the field, this is the perfect time for the Rabbitohs to capitalize on, well, some renewed vigor in their team. As Deuce does the unimaginable. The amount of times I've seen the fullback just run that over the back line, that's phenomenal agility there from Lucas Deuce.
Ooh, that was great from work from Lucas Deuce there to pierce his way through the line, step it back into the field of play and yeah, get his team out of trouble.
As Riff up to the 50, second tackle, and he pulls the defense. That is painful to see if you are a Rabbitohs fan.
Yeah, that isn't great for the Rabbitohs there. Letting the Cowboys back into their half and giving them another attacking opportunity to capitalize on and potentially make this back out to a two possession game. Oh, well,
As
it was already a two possession game, rather.
Oh, lovely ball there to Monkey, pushing up the field. Cowboys streaming home. Zinger faces a well-stacked defensive line, 10 meters out, third tackle. Coming across. Oh, here we go. No, he's pushed down. Hunter, fourth tackle. Here we go, Monkey. Lovely link up there from Hamilton, and that was a beautiful pass for a beautiful try.
Yeah, Tyrek Hamilton, he's been pretty damn good out there at right centre today. Been solid as defensively, apart from that one lapse earlier. And yeah, he got the ball out and capitalised, stepped around the Bunnies defender. Believe it might have been
It was
his
Jones. It was Jones, that one.
Jones. Yeah, thought so. Yeah, he was able to pierce his way through Jones and score a try crucially for the Cowboys.
And get some of his own. Back in the first half, it was Weary Jones who stepped around Hamilton to score. So the centres, they are lining up against each other, and we are back to a 14-point ball game. Just shy of 12 minutes left in this match. It might be slowly getting away from the Rabbitohs, but this is the SRL, and anything can happen, Liam.
Yeah, I've certainly seen crazier things happen than a 14-point margin being come back. It would take some remarkable work from the Rabbitohs, but yeah, I've certainly seen crazier things happen. And if they throw the ball around to great effect, then I won't be surprised the Rabbitohs can somehow come back and take the win here.
As Riff is over the 30. Back across to Deuce, and Deuce dances through the line. He has had an excellent second half so far, making well above what he made in the first half. Third tackle. Monkey slow to play the ball there. Back on the inside to Deuce again. Here we go. Cowboys, they want another one. Fourth tackle on the 20. Caval, long ball out to Hunter. Hamilton gets around, almost shepherded out of the field, but the Cowboys are in an excellent position for a kick. Here we go. Monkey kicks it straight across, but Collins diffuses it. I didn't know Monkey had a boot on him like that. That was phenomenal there from the prop forward.
Yeah, maybe Justin Monkey might have been doing a +2 place kick at training this week. Yeah, but that was a sensational kick from Justin Monkey, and yeah, he's allowed his team to just muscle up in defence and not allow another 7 tackle set.
As White gets across the 40, the Rabbitohs, they were having no luck getting out of their field there. Somehow have rescued it there by White. O'Hare back on the inside to NBT, but he is met on the 40 by a retreating defender, and the Rabbitohs will be forced to kick it once again. No, they won't. White gets in the way and deprives us of another Caleb J runaway try. 8 minutes left. I am just about ready to say that the Cowboys are going to walk away with this one, Liam.
Yeah, they're certainly in prime position, but on Caleb J, I'm not sure he's going to break that record, unfortunately. Hopefully, he's able to get another kick return try, though, in these last 8 minutes or 7 minutes now.
As Deuce gets up to the 20, second tackle. Caval, lovely ball to Monkey, who does not pass a lovely ball, and the Rabbitohs have it back yet again. So I would be checking some tipping guides down there because the Cowboys do not want to leave this 9 to 18 tipping margin from the looks of things, Liam.
Yeah, they might have had their 1 to 8. So I know I certainly did have my Cowboys 1 to 8 market. So they keep on making errors. Maybe Justin Monkey specifically, we need to check his account.
Although, speak of that, the Rabbitohs, they've just turned it over again, and here come the Cowboys again. And Caval dances through the line, drags a defender with him, 25 meters out, third tackle, just on the other side of 5 minutes left in the half. Bazinga bumps off one, tries to get around MBT, but is forced back. Fourth tackle. Do they keep going down the blind side? Nope, they come wide. Caval, good ball to Deuce. Back to Hunter, is met, forces forward. Fifth tackle. Where do they go? I see the kickers lining up. They take their time. Monkey is pushing forward, but everyone just overran just a little bit, and they squander another excellent chance there.
Yeah, Monkey just wasn't able to get the kick in time before he met the defensive line. I think it proves though that he's not a half, and he really is just a forward playing in a halves boots.
As Walmsley takes the hit up, we enter 4 minutes left. Third tackle. The Rabbitohs, they're now playing for pride. They're playing for for and against. They were well in the top 8 at the beginning of this round. They'll probably still be in the top 8, but they're for and against. They want to make sure it is salvageable, and that will help. That was an absolutely epic kick there from Crutcher.
Yeah, that was a great 40-20 from Ash Crutcher. He was well inside the his 40, outside his 40 rather, and yeah, he found the 20 with ease. No fullback even close to it.
As Dixon, 5 meters out, second tackle. Crutcher, lovely ball to Walmsley. Pushing forward, pushed onto his back, 1 meter out. The Cowboys, they want to keep their points. Dixon, onto his back yet again. Willie K, he is not even sending it up. He doesn't have time for that rubbish. Back to the 10, fourth tackle. Blindside raid. Metcalf tries to get around one. He's pushing forward. We might have another Rabbitohs score. Borsons, he's sending it up for the bunker.
I'm not sure what Borsons is sending that up for because he's clearly got that down, but yeah, just had to confirm that one. But yeah, Metcalf made a nice step and was able to split his way between the defenders and get the ball down there. Impressive work from the winger.
Absolutely. It might not be the scoreline that the Rabbitohs want, but a try for pride this late in the game is definitely something that a lot of people would be happy for the Rabbitohs to have, particularly if this goes over.
Come on, Aaron.
And there you go. Unless there's something crazy, you have your tip, Liam. And apparently, everyone out there, we should be following Liam's tips because he is absolutely nailing it so far this season.
Oh, so I'm not sure I'm nailing it. I just think I'm nailing it this week. Don't copy me. I'll get 0 from 7 next week.
Okay, so we've got the Rabbitohs. They'll probably end this game with the ball in hand, pending any more shenanigans. White just fanging it off the back fence, getting as far as the 20 first tackle. Looking forward to next week, Liam. What do you think the Rabbitohs need to do to make sure that they're a little bit more competitive when it comes to their opposition next week?
Look, I think that they need their forwards to just be able to be on the same game with each other, and I think that they need to start well in their forward compositions. They just need to pierce it through the defense and then be able to work their way to guys like MBT.
Now, I didn't want to interrupt you there, but the Cowboys, they have just been dealt a 79th minute blow of epic proportions. Lucas Deuce, a neck strain. He will be out of next week's game, and the Cowboys, they will be looking for a new fullback up against their opponent next week. That is a shocker injury to end the game.
Yeah, that isn't good at all. That is about the worst position you can get an injury to. I'm not sure entirely who their development players are, but they'll have to call one up, and I'm assuming it'll be Caleb J to fullback next week.
Yeah, well, I'm looking down their team list just quickly. Their next best choice is either Caleb J or Tyreek Hamilton. So, um, I don't know who's versing the Cowboys. That they've just been gifted a bit of a joy here from the Rabbitohs. But I digress. Let's stick with tonight's game. Do you want to run us through these stats here, Liam?
Yeah, absolutely, AMAC. So we've got pretty even possession. It ended up being, and we had the completions were pretty similar. They both made, well, the Rabbitohs made the three arrows and the Cowboys made the four, pretty much the same. And they both conceded a penalty each. It was pretty even in tackles. Rabbitohs making 13 more. Missed tackles, though, that's where the difference was. 15 more missed tackles. I think that's the area where the Bunnies will have to improve on next week. Just limit their missed tackles, for sure. And then, yeah, and then line breaks too. 41 to 26 line breaks in favor of the Cowboys. Cowboys just blitzed on the line breaks today. And obviously, in the try scoring department, Jay, Riff, and Hamilton for the Cowboys, with Jay getting a double. And Metcalf having the two with Isaiah Riri Jones getting the one. As we move on to some of these individual stats.
And
Uh,
yeah, that's very telling there tonight, isn't it, Liam?
yeah, Metcalf was clearly the dominant one for the Rabbitohs, 209 meters with his four line breaks off his, I believe 100 of them would have came off that kick return try. Yeah, Dixon though, Dixon absolutely had a blinder, I thought. Still, he tried his heart out. 25 runs, 206 meters, two line breaks. Uh, uh, they've got to look to him to try and be able to put him in those holes because he's really dangerous when he gets in those line breaking positions.
Yeah, and unfortunately, as you said earlier, it was those missed tackles that really cost them. Dylan Murray with 6 missed tackles there. Absolutely a leaking sieve down that edge. So, um, again, I don't know if they need to change much. It might just be a bit of an off night for the Rabbitohs, but I think Captain Sonny Tyre is definitely going to have the tackle bags out at training this week.
Yeah, he certainly is. Dylan Murray, not a noted missed tackler. He's usually been a very good defensive center. Yeah, he'll be getting an absolute mouthful from Tyre, but I'm sure he'll fix it up next week.
Okay, it's time. We've all been waiting for it. Ah, oh well. We're upset that he didn't beat the record, but holy Jesus, a winger running for 364 run meters, Liam.
Yeah, I mean, even though he didn't break the record, as a winger, it was always going to be hard to beat Eli Barnes, 530 run meters, 364s, no slouch with the seven line breaks and the two tries. Yeah, Jay had an absolute blinder, that's for sure.
And the rest of the back line, not doing as much work as the forwards. Other than Lucas Deuce, we've got some Riff, we've got some Blake Harris, we've got some Monkey, all making some excellent runs tonight. But it was that defense. The Cowboys' defense tonight was absolutely on fire, Liam.
Yeah, the Cowboys defensively, they were just absolutely rock solid, and they just weren't allowing those breaks, and they were keeping the Rabbitohs in their half, and I think it shows with a lack of missed tackles. And I think Deuce really improved in the second half. He really made his mark known, and I think that's a key. If he can just get himself involved, the Cowboys will be hard to stop, to be honest.
Yep, and for context, Lucas Deuce, he ran 34 meters in that first half. So to end up at 200, that's a hell of a half knock there for the fullback. And he is going to be sorely missed heading into next week.
Yeah, he certainly is, Amac. That's a huge blow.
So that's all of us tonight. I've been AMAC in the box, joined with Liam Ryan. Uh, have a good rest of the week and happy SRLing.